Welcome back to Tales with Meaning, where every story reveals the power of the choices we make. In today's story, we'll follow Emma, a hardworking young woman who makes a seemingly small decision that drastically alters her life. What started as an ordinary day soon spiraled into something more dangerous and unexpected. Little did she know, her choice at a coffee shop would set off a chain of events that would leave her questioning everything. What happened, and how could one small decision have such enormous consequences? Stay tuned, this story will show you just how unpredictable life can be when the smallest choices come back to haunt us. Emma had always lived a simple, structured life. She woke up at 6 a.m. every day, grabbed her usual coffee from the same café, and headed to work. But on this particular Friday, something felt off. Maybe it was the grey clouds looming overhead, or the strange silence that clung to the air, but Emma couldn't shake the sense that today would be different. Her usual cafe was just around the corner, but as she approached, she noticed an unusual line outside. With a busy day ahead, she checked the time on her phone and muttered to herself, "I don't have time for this." In that moment, Emma made the choice that would change everything. She turned and walked 3 blocks to a new cafe she had never tried before. The decision seemed inconsequential at first. However, it was here that she overheard a conversation between 2 men sitting behind her. They were discussing a business deal that sounded just too good to be true. Intrigued, she couldn't help but eavesdrop. They talked about an opportunity that would guarantee doubling investments in less than a week. Emma had always been careful with money, but something about their conversation caught her attention. Maybe it was the urgency in their voices or the allure of an easy win. She spent the rest of the day distracted, her mind replaying what she overheard. Later that night, as Emma sat in her tiny apartment, sipping tea, she Googled the company they mentioned. The website looked legitimate enough. She read testimonials, all praising the company for its swift and incredible returns. With only $500 left after bills, she hesitated. What's the harm in trying, she thought, finally convinced. Days passed, and Emma checked her account nervously. Nothing happened. Then, out of nowhere, her $500 had tripled. Shocked but thrilled, she decided to invest more, liquidating some of her savings in hopes of turning it into a fortune. Another few days went by, and again, the account showed an incredible increase. She was ecstatic, believing she had made the right choice, but as quickly as her fortunes grew, they collapsed. One morning, when Emma tried to log into her account, it was gone. The website was no longer reachable, the phone number disconnected. Panic surged through her as she realized she'd been duped. Emma felt her world crumbling. A moment of greed, sparked by a casual conversation overheard at a random cafe, had left her nearly broke. She tried reaching out to the authorities, but the fraudsters had disappeared without a trace. Days turned into weeks as she grappled with the magnitude of her decision. Her rent was due, bills were piling up, and the financial cushion she had spent years saving was gone, all because of one seemingly small choice. The consequences of Emma's decision didn't just end with the loss of money. Her stress skyrocketed, leading to sleepless nights and strained relationships. She became more isolated, shutting out friends who could have helped. But the real lesson came when she finally decided to face the consequences head-on. Realizing she couldn't undo what had been done, Emma began the slow process of rebuilding. She picked up extra shifts at work and started educating herself on finance, vowing never to make such a reckless decision again. Gradually, she managed to regain some stability, but the emotional toll lingered. One day, while sitting at her favorite cafe, the one she had skipped on that fateful Friday, Emma reflected on the chain of events. It wasn't the scam that broke her. It was the choice she made to let her curiosity and greed override her better judgment. That one small, seemingly innocent decision had led to a massive fallout, proving that every choice, no matter how small, can have enormous consequences. Thank you for joining us on Tales with Meaning. Emma's story reminds us that every choice we make has a ripple effect, whether big or small. Our decisions shape our future. It's easy to ignore the potential consequences when a choice seems insignificant, but as we've seen, even a moment of distraction or curiosity can change the course of our lives. So, as you go about your day, remember to choose wisely, because every decision carries weight. We hope Emma's experience encourages you to think twice before making a hasty decision. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.